What's happening? We in the building. You already know where we at.
Trap.
You know we in the trap. We trapping on a Friday. What's happening? Sorry for my tardiness. You already know how we get it in the trap on a Friday. Ain't no credit on no Friday now.
Trap.
Ain't no darn credit on no Friday. We ain't getting down like that. But you know what we make them haters do, man. You already know them haters hate. They hate us because they ain't us. You understand? That's what they do.
Yeah.
Let's get it. It's Friday, y'all. Let's get it.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face.
Let's go.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
Okay.
Ain't no looking back, came a long way.
Yeah.
Hey, I know that they mad, but just let them hate.
Hey.
That what make them hate. That what make them hate.
Let's get it.
And we just getting cake
And they just in the way. Hey.
That what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey.
Cause we just getting cake and they just in the way. Hey.
Landlord is showing how to ball, boy. You ain't even on the team.
You just a ball boy. Yeah.
Used to rock knockout, but it's real now.
I'm real fly.
I probably
Average your career high.
Be the one they hating on it. Probably wanna kill.
Let's go.
When they got our own band, we hollin' a deal.
Yeah.
Long live CEO, CIP the dollar.
Yeah.
Took my brother, that made me go hard.
How y'all feeling this morning?
Yeah. I'm focused on the comma. I'ma run up them comma, f the summer, run up them numbers.
Yeah.
I know that they hate the way it ball, man.
Rockin' all this ball, man.
Street made on the chain.
Yeah. All this money in my face. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Hey. Shout out to Leaside Hair in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. He hating on my music, it's all good, you know.
And we just getting cake,
and they just in the way. Hey, let's get it.
That what make them hate.
This what make them hate, Leaside.
They just in the way.
Yeah, you already know, man. We in the trend out. This what make them hate. You understand? That's what this do. This make Leaside hate, man. You know, we gotta start. I guess we starting early with the trolling this morning. I guess we starting early, y'all. What's happening? Man, we got a lot of stuff. It's never a dull moment when it comes to the Cowboys. Shout out to Lord King in the building. Shout out to Jose in the building. Shout out to Jeffrey Lombardi Doze in the building. Dean Cloud, Joe Gonzalez. Shout out to Jameson Taylor, Jay Worthy, Kai 001 in the building. What's happening? Let's get it. Man, it's never a dull moment, man. Why y'all sit up there and let Micah Parsons do all that on the Twitter space? Good grief. That young man, that boy, ooh. Like he I know he's still young. This is a very young man, Micah in the media. And man, he ain't number 23 years old. He gonna be, he's kind of vocal. He's not gonna shy away from saying what he wanna say. He's never gonna do that, so we might as well get used to it. He ain't even paid yet, and he's still already outspoken. So that's something we're gonna have to get used to. Micah is a very vocal young man. And I just wish he just stayed away from some of the politics, man. You will never beat Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Twitter is undefeated. Everybody knows that. Like, nobody has ever beat Twitter, ever. Twitter beat Michael Jordan, y'all. Twitter beat Michael Jordan. That man got memes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He don't lose nowhere else in the planet but Twitter. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So don't battle Twitter, Mr. Michael. I think he learned his lesson this time, because they been cooking my boy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. You know, one thing you'll learn about me, it's hard for me to steer away from a good joke. And they been roasting my boy Michael, man. I ain't gonna lie, they been getting them real good. They been doing them real bad, y'all. But it is what it is, man. But I really hate that he sat up there and got involved in that type of stuff, though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't use that garbage social media crap, only YouTube. Yeah, Lord King, yeah. It's hard to avoid these days, man, but he sure enough got cooked on Twitter though, man. They got all kind of names for him and all kind of stuff. One bad comment can get you just roasted to the third degree. That's crazy. Yeah, Jeffrey Lombardi, those are live and learn. You know, one thing you never talk about is politics these days. You know, you can't talk about politics, religion, and stuff like that, man, unless you want to be a keyboard warrior. You know what I'm saying? Unless you ready to type for the rest of your life, for the foreseeable future. It's just best to keep that out of the social media space. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got some real strong fingers. Unless your fingers got muscles. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you want to do all that on social media, on Twitter. Shout out to T Smooth in the building. We in here. But yeah, man, I think this, you know, it's crazy that he had to come and apologize. He had to delete it. Like, you know, this cancel culture is crazy. Like, they don't miss a beat. So hopefully that's something he learned from, you know what I'm saying? Especially not to be so quick to speak on things, man. He'll learn from it. He'll get better from it, man. It's all good. You know, it's still Team Mike over here. You know, he's just a young man trying to learn his way. So it is what it is. Let's get it. He really just got to saying, like, he started saying, like, he wasn't going to vote for Biden and he wasn't going to do this for Trump. And he just started saying a whole bunch of stuff that, like, you know what I'm saying, probably he shouldn't have said. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like, if you know, a lot of these young black athletes, you know, they want to use their platform as a voice. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like you got to pick your battles. You can't battle every fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to pick your battles. You got to focus on the more important things. That's what I feel like. Like, strike at the important stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Marv in the building. He said, Odell, LMAO. He said, I think we dodged that bully, Landlord. You might be right, Coach. I just seen West Coast. Shout out to West Coast. I just seen him. He posted something that said, Odell said he don't see why he should play regular season games. And I don't need to hear that, sir. That's not what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear a man saying, hey, I'm ready to do whatever it takes to win, sir. You know what I'm saying? Joe Gonzalez said Twitter is 1,000% toxic. I've been on it and never will. Oh, never been on it. Okay. I understand. And what's crazy, I'm kind of new to Twitter. So that's why I only got like a handful, like literally like 5 followers. You know, shout out to all 5 of my followers. But, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm fairly new to Twitter. I never really used Twitter like in my personal life or like for business or nothing. So like now that I'm seeing how you could just get cooked for saying something that everybody don't agree with or just touching on sensitive topics and issues, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy. So, you know, I ain't gonna be on that much longer either, you know. You know, y'all might have to follow me on Facebook if I be on Twitter. They have been to cancel your boy. But yeah, man, that's just something he gonna live and learn with, man. I don't see it being a problem or an issue. Shout out to True Vibes in the building. Shout out to Cajun Cowboy in the building. You already know we in the trap now. You know we in the trap, yeah. You know we in the trap. That's how we coming, man.
Watch
but,
football.
Yeah, man. I really think this is a good lesson for him to go through at a young age. You know what I'm saying? So he won't make the big vital mistake that'll take him out. You know what I'm saying? So he won't really put his foot in the mouth and like really screw himself over. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it'll be a big problem in the future. I think he'll be fine. But yeah. What's happening with your Swain in the building, man? The bad influence. What's going on, sir? How you doing today? But yeah, shout out to Stop 6 E Breeze in the building. What's going on? But yeah, man, I'm done with Mike in the media. Man, they got some like I'm sorry, y'all. They got some hilarious nicknames for Michael Parsons, y'all. They cooking my boy. So I ain't even finna say nothing on cause I might get canceled, but boy. It's hard for me to pass up on a good joke opportunity. I promise y'all. Like, long as it ain't too dark, you know, it's funny to me. I'm a funny guy, so I can't even help it. They got my boy. They putting the pressure on my boy. Shout out to OG Gold in the building on Facebook. Shout out to Peter Rizzo on Facebook. Gina L. Chase on Facebook. What's happening? You already know, Miss Gina. We in the trap.
Trap.
What's happening?
Trap.
Shout out to Aaron Lewis in the building. But yeah, man, I think it's, he'll learn from it. I'm pretty glad that he's experiencing that burn early. Like when you a young child, you touch the stove when you about 2 or 3, and then that's probably something you should never do again. So hopefully this one of those teachable type moments for Mr. Michael Parsons. But man, we got some good news on the injury end, man. It looks like everybody is in here, man. Let's go. It looks like everybody is healthy, y'all. They even saying Mr. Quimbo Hanna might be able to come back. Everybody outside of Mr. Anthony Brown. That's what they saying. It looks like everybody is trending to be healthy and play. That's what's up. Stop 6E Breeze said, what's your Facebook, Landlord? It's Landlord from Alabama, sir. Same handle on all social media, y'all. Go follow your boy on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, man. Look out for your boy. T Smooth said, hey, Landlord, that just means he will have a 3-sack game this week. Absolutely. If he ever been motivated to shut up people, hey, this right here gonna let us know about our line right here. Micah Parsons. Hey, sir, if you want to shut these people up, go out there and make your case for Defensive Player of the Year again. Shut up these haters. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and sack that quarterback repeatedly. That's what I want to see you do. That's the best way to shut up people. Take it off of the BS on Twitter and put the focus back on your play. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see from my boy. Lee Side. Sir, come on now. You already know your team is probably finna lose by, at the very least, 36 points. You already know that, man. Shout out to Thomas Howard in the building on Facebook. What's happening? Man, hey. See, you'll get on here and talk crazy, but you wouldn't bet your money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Johnny Herrera in the building. He said Michael Parsons is a diehard Cowboy rider till the wheels fall off. Absolutely, sir. I ain't worried about him, man. He gonna be all right. But, man, everybody that I've seen, he said that's him on Facebook. That was up, T Smooth. What's happening? Look, everybody that I've seen, 21-14, I don't promote gambling, but, sir, I bet money you wouldn't put your money on that, sir. Let's be real, Eastside. Don't do that. But I'm glad to hear that Tyron Smith is looking outstanding. They said that he is looking way, way better than they thought he would be. They saying that he looking like he's not missing a beat. And that's great news for us, man. I cannot wait to get Tyron Smith back. Tyler Smith has done a very good job at holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Anchoring that position for the time that he was out. He was a good substitute. He was a good alternative. But now it's time to get, the big dog back. It's time to load up them big guns now. It's time to bring Mr. Knee Brace back. You know what I'm saying? Man, arm so big they had to put a knee brace on them. That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? They said they couldn't even manufacture an arm brace big enough for Tyron Smith. This man is a physical specimen. You understand? Man, I can't wait to get him back. And I'm telling you, that is going to work wonders for Mr. Dak Prescott. Look, he going to be able to actually be comfortable on that blind side. You know what I'm saying? When you can have confidence in your blind side on the left side for a right-handed quarterback, that it gives you a level of peace. You know what I'm saying? Dak been throwing the ball way too early, way too often as of late because I don't think he absolutely trusts this left side. Shout out to 681 boy in the building. I don't think he trusts this left side too much. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jameson Taylor? I don't think he's that very much confident in that left side. So that right there tends to make you throw the ball more often. It tends to make you be a little more rattled. It tends to make you not be as patient as you probably should be. And you missing some big throws or some big plays. So now that you got your big dog, Tyron Smith, back, look for some more big plays and some big opportunities coming from your Dallas Cowboys. You understand? Facts. I see it on the film. I said this a couple weeks ago. I didn't think Dak was confident in that left side of that offensive line. I said those words exactly. Now you get your big dog Tyron back, and I guarantee you, you're going to see that boy confident and comfortable again. Know what I'm saying? I cannot wait. Tyler has been okay, but Tyron is somebody who you cannot substitute for real. But this is something I want to talk about too. Shout out to James Washington coming back, man. Well, making his debut. And this is something I want to ask the nation. I'm almost confident in saying that James Washington is going to step in day one and be wide receiver 3. Let me know what y'all think. I'm almost confident in saying that. If you see the level of excitement that the team has for him coming back, to me, it looks like James Washington is wide receiver 3 day one. Real talk. And the thing, I was thinking like, man, they gonna probably use the politics and say Noah Brown will be over him. You know what I'm saying? Make him earn it over Noah Brown. But I don't think that's the case, because think about it. They went and signed James Washington while they had Noah Brown. You know what I'm saying? They still felt like they needed James Washington, and they had Noah Brown already. You know, they say a bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. But hey, they opted for the 2 in the bush. You know what I'm saying? So that speaks volumes to me. You know, your actions speak louder than words. You know what I'm saying? I think James Washington is finna come in here day one and be your wide receiver 3. That's my thoughts. Real talk. They already giving him first team reps, I heard, in practice. Dak saying he looking outstanding, saying he looking explosive. I'm telling y'all, I'm much higher on James Washington than a lot of people are. And I think he's going to impact this team in a very positive way. That's a promise. I think he could be a much more consistent number 3 than Noah Brown, because we like Noah Brown. Noah Brown has done some good things, but one of his weakest things about Noah Brown is his consistency. Because think about it. His first couple weeks, Noah was balling, right? That's a fact. His first couple weeks, Noah was balling. He is brown, but Noah was balling. Now, you know, a few weeks go by and we ain't heard nothing from Noah for real. Now, that could be due to his targets. It might not be his fault. But I believe James Washington could be just a little bit more consistent than Noah Brown has been. Shout out to Sir King Bishop. Shout out to OG Loster 09. OG Loster says Washington is on a short-term contract, so he wants to go out here and shine. He wants to put all those OBJ rumors to rest and earn a big payday. Facts. I'm telling you, man, I think James Washington finna turn up. I think he finna turn up, because all we need him to be is a number 3. You know what I'm saying? That's not a hard job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not asking for too much. I think he's I think he's as talented as he needs to be to get the job done for sure. Shout out to Micah Lockhart in the building. Yeah, man, Sir King Bishop says, I hope James Washington comes to ball. I believe he will. I'm telling you straight up. He finna leapfrog Noah Brown. Absolutely, like right now. And him and Dak are already building a rapport, I heard. I heard they already building a chemistry. And did you hear what CeeDee Lamb said about him? CeeDee Lamb said, hey, man, I've been playing James Washington. Hey, I played him in college, and that dude ain't no joke. He said that dude can play. He said he's explosive. And then he said the words, he was like, hey, watch out. That's all I'm going to say. He said, watch out. I'm telling you now, that boy James Washington can play. I ain't saying he's no superstar. But I promise you, I believe he finna ball out. With Dak Prescott, watch this. Watch what he do. Watch what he do. I guarantee you. And that's why I begged the question the other day. How much better is Cedric Wilson than Noah Brown and James Washington? That's what you want to ask yourself. Or the production of Cedric Wilson, was it more of Dak or was it Cedric Wilson? That's what you gotta ask. I don't know why my nose itching so bad. But that's what you gotta ask yourself. Was it Cedric Wilson that garnered all that respect out there and Dak gave him all that production? I think he had like 500 yards last year. He had about 6 touchdowns, though. He was a good touchdown guy. But it's a big reason why, well, Miami wide receiving core is kind of loaded, but it's a reason why he over there collecting dust. You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott brings the best out of some of these players. Just like he did, what's his name? Randall Cobb when he came over here. Dak brings the best out of some of these receivers, y'all. That's no lie. A lot of people, that's one of the more underrated things about Dak. And it don't take long for him to get chemistry with you either. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Coach Miles says, Landlord, the Cowboys keep saying explosive about Washington. That's what Brown don't have. Facts, sir. Facts. And do you see how everybody lighten up when they talking about him, Coach Miles? Everybody's eyes lighten up when they talking about James Washington. Now, to be fair, it could be some BS. It could be something crazy that, you know, they trying to sway us back to reality after the OBJ. They might be just trying to sell us James Washington. But the things that they raving about from James Washington, that's exactly what I seen on film. So I don't think it's BS. I believe it's the truth, sir. Real talk. I think it's the truth because these are the things that I seen from him on film. Know what I'm saying? So I see what they mean. Shout out to Russell Harrison. I don't think I ever seen you in the building, sir. Shout out to you. He says, I think Noah Brown foot injury more serious than we know. Yeah, everybody dealing with some kind of health issues here and there. So I'm not saying that he just terrible. Shout out to King Element in the building. I ain't saying that he just terrible, but I'm just saying like his production isn't keeping nobody out the field. I think that's fair. I don't think he keeping nobody out the field. And like even if they do end up at the very least, I feel like they'll be sharing their reps at the very least. I think Noah Brown and James Washington will be rotating at the very least. But I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident in saying that James Washington gonna take that. Shout out to Choctaw Montana in the bed. He said Cedric Wilson has been dealing with a lingering hamstring too. Oh, okay. But I feel like he been hurt all year because he ain't did nothing over there. Coach Miles said players not selling nobody. What do you say? Players not selling nobody might be coaches and Jerry, but not players, Landlord. So yeah, you might be right. Cause CD Lamb was very convinced. CD said I played with that man. CD Lamb said I played against him. And then he a baller, basically. You know what I'm saying? CD Lamb was like, yeah, hey, that boy can play. Shout out to Judas Redemption in the building. Like CD Lamb was very convinced that man can play. So don't take it for granted, man. I think James Washington finna ball out. Real talk. And you got to think that with Dak, that's a whole nother element. Dak know how to raise the level of these players, especially a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? That's one of Dak's most underrated things about him. You know what I'm saying? And we get to see him Sunday against the worst team in football. Good Lord. It must be allergies going on or something. I don't know. But that man is finna ball, in my opinion. I'm pretty confident in saying that. So now we get our boy Tyron back and we get James Washington back. I think we finna turn up. This finna make this team way more stronger than a lot of people know. And just imagine if we get anything from James Washington, it's finna be a wrap. Like, it don't even have to be like he's just the most consistent dude ever. Know what I'm saying? If we get a small boost from James Washington, it is over, sir. Real talk. What y'all think? I know a lot of people ain't high on James Washington like I am. Aaron Ball says, Landlord OBJ saga is over. It's time for James Washington to turn up. Yeah, it's over. I'm done with OBJ. I'm sick of him. I'm done talking about that guy. Like, they done made me turn my face on him. I done turned the other cheek. I'm done talking about OBJ now. Just 3-4 games plays a game. Yeah, I think if you, like I said, against like I said about Kevin Joseph and about James Washington, give them boys a little time, be a little patient. I think y'all will be surprised. I think y'all will like what y'all see from them. Swain Deck is hiding. I don't know who he talking about. Shout out to Mitch Adams in the building. He said, I forgot that Washington was the Biletnikoff award winner in college. He was in the draft with Gallup in 2018. Yeah, James ain't no scrub, bro. I don't know why people think that. Know what I'm saying? And like I said, they ready to write off James Washington, but they was all fans of Cedric Wilson. Now, if Cedric Wilson better than James Washington, but if he is, it ain't by a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I think most of the Cowboy fans will take Cedric Wilson back right now. So, if you will take Ced, I'm telling you, James Washington ain't, I believe he could be better, but James Washington ain't much less than Cedric Wilson. Shout out to JJ the Mind. He said, can I hop on the show or screen with you one day, Landlord? For sure, sir. Get with me. Let me know. Shout out to Squatch 197536. You got a crazy name, sir. He says, James has not done anything in a Cowboy uniform. That's fair. I'm telling you, I'm projecting, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, he is unproven. But I'm trusting the traits that I seen on film, and I think y'all gonna be happy with what y'all get from him. Yeah, I'm very excited about Bland too. Like I said, trust the traits. I trusted Bland's traits, and it paid off. He's a baller. Shout out to Kevin Harper. I don't think I ever seen you. James Washington equals just win. Hey, I rock with that. JW. Russell Harrison said, it's my first time in your arena. Oh, okay. But I've been listening for a minute. Like your style and content. Live in Prattville for a minute. Prattville, well, sir, Alabama? Is there a Prattville, Alabama? You know, it's a lot of country towns that I don't go to and that people don't really talk about much, so it could be. I don't know. Shout out to Moncho Boomer. He says, Washington, outside receiver, deep shot guy, said is an underneath guy. Yeah, I'm not really comparing them as players. I'm really speaking about production. Like, do you think you can get that 500 yards that Sid gave us from James Washington? Do you think that's possible? That's kind of along the lines I'm speaking of. Yeah, they're not the same receiver. You know what I'm saying? They definitely not the same skill set. I told you, to me, James Washington is more of man, why is my nose itching like this? James Washington is more of he remind me like a small, poor man's A.J. Brown or Micah Gallup or somebody. He like that. He's smaller, he's physical, and he's good at jumping up, getting the ball, and he's a deep threat. I don't think, 40 time ain't 40 time ain't really an accurate way to look at speed in football. Know what I'm saying? Because it's only going 40 yards. What if you going longer than that? You know what I'm saying? So James Washington might have better long speed because he is a deep threat. That's one thing that you heard throughout the building too. Yeah, for Leo says facts. Give me Ced in the building and a heartbeat. Yeah, if you will take Ced back, then you should embrace James Washington. That's my point. Because he ain't much less than Ced if he less at all. But that's one of the recurring things you heard from most of the people in the building. They were saying that he is a deep threat. And a lot of people go look at his 40 time and don't understand that. But long speed is a thing, and I think he got acceleration, and he's physical, and he's great at high pointing the ball. He said, I can text you on Twitter, Landlord. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter or IG or Facebook. I'm available, man. I'm available. Metro says, you an Alabama guy, so I know you remember how good Callaway was at them Gators. It's amazing. I want to see him real talk. Yeah, he was a beast though. I ain't gonna cap. But yeah, man, I'm talking about him like I'm excited about James Washington. I think everybody else is too. Shout out to C. Burleson in the bit. I think he is too. Like, it was good to see how Dak was talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Dak was like, hey, I think he ready to go. Judah Redemption says, we can use Turpin the same way as we use Wilson. I'm so sad about Turpin, man. I was playing Madden last night, and Turpin, I was cooking with Turpin, bro. Shit. Man. I don't know what's going on with my nose. Everything was fine before I came on stream. Shout out to Jerry Smith in the bed. But yeah, Turpin was cooking on Madden, so if that means anything to you, you know, I think we can use him. Of course, he's very explosive, but we don't want to use him. Yeah, see, Johnny Herrera, like when you see 4.5, you like, that's not fast, but that's just 40. You know what I'm saying? Some players accelerate better than other players. Some players got longer strides. Some players, it take them longer to get started. You know what I'm saying? But that don't necessarily mean that they slow. And that's something you see from CeeDee Lamb, too. CeeDee Lamb can get up there, too. Micah Gallup is the best. He's the best example of this. Micah Gallup been on y'all team his whole career. Is Micah Gallup a deep threat or is he not a deep threat? Answer that in the chat for me. Is Micah Gallup a deep threat? Good Lord. Y'all, they finna make me end the screen real quick. My nose gonna be cherry red in a minute. Is Micah Gallup a deep threat or is he not a deep threat? Because he's not fast. Like, it takes a little more. It take a little more characteristics than just speed to be a deep threat. You see what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? It takes more than just 40 time to say he's a deep threat. Damian Crow says no. Have you been a Cowboy fan, sir? That's how we use him. Micah Gallup been a deep threat for years. He's been a deep threat for years, sir. Chata Montana says, how you feel about my comment after teams that started 10-0? I ain't see what you said, sir. Type it again. Shout out to the Ballaholics. He says, you want to see Jalen Tolbert get more playtime down the stretch? What you think about Jalen? I love Jalen Tolbert. I just don't think he has it upstairs yet. He said he been watching 35 years. Yeah, it's all upstairs with Jalen Tolbert. Like, if this wasn't such a complicated scheme that Kellen Moore's runs, if it wasn't as complicated as it is with all these option routes and stuff like that, I think Jalen Tolbert will be able to get on the field and produce right now. I'm going to be real with you. What I seen in preseason, that man kept getting open. And, you know, the quarterback couldn't throw the ball. That I think is more of the scheme that's holding Jalen Tolbert back. Zay Tobin says 40 time doesn't matter that much. Tony Pollard run a 4.5. I thought they said Tony Pollard ran a 4.3 though, because he's super fast. But yeah, 40 time is not as important in football as you may think. Now, I ain't saying it's not important, but sometimes you have to go further than 40 yards. You know what I'm saying? Some people take longer to get started and to get into their speed. Some people are quicker off the go. Like, it just depends. You know what I'm saying? So 40 time ain't the end all be all when it comes to speed in football. And then play speed is a thing too. You know what I'm saying? You can be fast in track and then get on the field and be slow. Like, that happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the people who played, they can attest to that. They can attest to that. Like, play speed is a whole different thing. You could be a fast player and then get on the field and don't look as fast no more. So that's what I'm saying. James Washington is definitely a deep threat for sure. Just like Micah Gallup is, whether you know it or not, he's been a deep threat for the Cowboys for a long time now. Satellite Sunny, shout out to you. He says Tobin and Joseph both gotta clear their head. Straight up. Now, it ain't really, like I said, it's more knowledge about Jalen Tobin. He just don't know what's going on. And like, he didn't have to do all this complex stuff at South Alabama. I think the fact that Kellen Moore runs this complex option route type scheme, that when a player gets in a young player, he is very intimidated about this. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. All it takes is one mistake. Shout out to Big Reg in the building, man. I appreciate that, sir. I'm finna get to your super chat in 1 second. Let me finish this before I forget. But when Jalen Tolbert get in the game, you got to think it's a lot of pressure on a wide receiver. That's why option routes are not. I really wouldn't like to run option routes with a lot of young receivers, because why would you take some of the reading of the defense out of your elite quarterback hands? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel very highly about Dak, why would you take some of the reading of the defense out of his responsibility and put it on young wide receivers? That don't make sense, y'all. Think about that. That makes no sense at all. So that's your answer right there. This scheme is what's holding Jalen Tolbert back. And you see CeeDee Lamb making those same mistakes. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb get in there and make a mistake and like, dang. And he been in the scheme. So just imagine for a rookie coming through the door. They scared to make that critical mistake. But shout out to Big Reg. He says, I'm a Longhorn fan, so Big 12 is my business. When Washington was there, at Oklahoma State, he said, when Washington was at Oklahoma State, the boy was a fool. You hear me? I understand. I'm telling you. That boy can play. I ain't no fool. I know what I see on film. A lot of people get it confused by what he's done in the league. Man, this dude was behind a bunch of receivers in Pittsburgh. He had old man Big Ben. Like, good Lord. I think Alex is killing me right now. But what do you think he gonna do? What do you think is possible for him to do when you got a quarterback who can't throw you the football? You got several other options ahead of you before you even get to make a name for yourself. Know what I'm saying? Shout out to Randy Jackson in the building. He said, Landlord, Big Randy checking in. Bring that heat so they can know what's happening. I understand, sir. Appreciate you, sir. What's going on? Chop talk. You missed it again. I missed your comment. Okay. He said, so how is the Eagles for real? Okay. He said, I said only 4% of the teams that started 10-0 that made a Super Bowl. Also, they did historical things throughout the regular season. Throughout the regular going into January. 80% lost wild card or divisional. 16% didn't make the playoffs. Dang. Hold up. Man, y'all forgive me. He said, so you said 16% of the 10-0 teams didn't make the playoffs? Is that even possible? That's what you're saying? But you asking me do I agree with that? I'm not sold on Philly, sir. I'm not sold on Philly. I think Philly been taking advantage of some bad teams. Know what I'm saying? I think Philly been taking advantage of some bad teams, and they're a good team, but are they this scary juggernaut? Absolutely not. Know what I'm saying? I don't think they this big scary good grief worthy team. That's not who they are. He said, yes, sir, that's throughout the Super Bowl era. Man, that's crazy that 10-0 teams barely even making the playoff. But look, who was the first one that compared them? Who was the first one compared that the Eagles team to that Steelers team? I compared them to the 2020 Steelers team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Johnny Herrera, good grief. I was the one compared them. I'm not sold on them guys. Now it makes me feel like I was sleeping on them just a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was very low on them before that game, but I'll say if I was like looking at them like a 5, maybe they like a 6.5 now, cause I ain't seen them beating Tennessee like that. So I had to eat a little crow on that game. I really thought Tennessee was gonna get them, but they beat the doors off on them. So it take them up a couple notches. I have to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Just to be fair. Y'all, I'm struggling right now. I don't know what's going on. Y'all give me one short second, man. Don't leave your boy. Y'all see me struggling. I done turned red and everything. Just give me 1 second. Shit. I don't know what's going on. 1 second, y'all. Okay. Appreciate y'all staying with your boy, man. I don't know what's going on. Look at my nose. That thing cherry red. I think I got some allergies going on or something. I don't know. Yeah, oh no. Good grief. I don't know what's going on in here. But yeah, man, Choctaw said the Cowboys did it twice. The Dolphins did it and the Colts did it. All the teams did historical things. The Eagles did nothing historical. Straight up facts. I'm telling y'all, I'm not too convinced. You know what I'm saying? I think they're a good team. Shout out to Hawaiian Cowboy in the building. I do think they're a good team, but this good grief word, the juggernaut, I'm scared for my life team. Absolutely not. Yeah, he said, yeah, I appreciate that, Lord King, man. I appreciate y'all not leaving and bailing on your boy in the trend out. I'm struggling up here. My allergies and just started bothering me real bad all of a sudden. Shout out to Just Blaze in the building. Shout out to that. No, sir. I don't do that, man. He said, I've been on that thing. He said, you smoke crack, boy? Man. I don't think it make your nose itch, do it. On the outside. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing it up there. Shit. Let me know. I don't know too much about that, Mr. Just Blaze. We is in the trap, though. Trap. You know? Maybe when I was doing some nefarious things, you know, ain't no telling. But I doubt it. But shout out to Just Blaze. That boy said I'm on that thing. No, sir. Kai 1001 says, oh, he's speaking to somebody. Shout out to Major Mayhem in the building. Shout out to John Evans in the building. We in here, man. But yeah, man, I'm very excited about James Watson. I think people are sleeping on him. I think he's finna have a decent impact, regardless to what people said. Yeah, it's rough today, y'all. Y'all see me struggling. My eyes done turned red, nose turning red, everything. But yeah, I'm trying to fight through it. But yeah, man, I think we're gonna be fine though. Giant Ed said, good job, Landlord. Just like when Jordan played in the final. Yeah, this my flu game right here. Then it came all of a sudden. I was fine at the beginning of the show. I don't know what was it. Some of them eager haters done put a spell on you, boy. That's what it was, y'all. They said I'm sick of them talking about my team. I got something for them. Boys got a voodoo doll and everything up in there. But yeah, man. What y'all want to talk about, man, before I wrap this thing on up? It got me tweaking today. I mean, it's Football Friday. Yes, sir, it is. One thing I did see, I was hoping that Brandon Cooks played. I want to see what we missed out on. I want to see if he was going to show out. Yeah, I need some clarity in Johnny Herrera. I need some clarity, some Benadryl or something. But I want to see what happens with him. What he would have done against us. Know what I'm saying? Now, I'm ready to see what Kelvin Joseph gonna do though. I think he finna shock a lot of people. Choctaw says, I don't want to believe it until I see it, but to be honest, Dallas is the most physical and frightening team going into January, and that's unheard of since 1995. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. This team is for real, and I think we finna get even better. That's what's scary to a lot of people. We finna get even better. God damn. Ugh. I don't know what's going on. We finna get even better though. But Jeffrey Smith says Eagles beat up on weak teams with a weak schedule. Oh, they're for real. Dallas, they can't beat a good team. LOL, what's the difference? The difference is they hate us because they ain't us. That's why. The stuff that they say don't even make sense, y'all. It never made sense. He said stay away from the foot pile. I don't know what y'all gonna rush me to death today, huh? It's good. It's all good. You understand? Shout out to APJR. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. I guess all these weather changes in Alabama, you know, it's just whipping my tail right now. But it's all good. Choctaw said Dallas beat up good teams all year. Yeah. Look at this Bengals win now. Look at the Bengals win now. I see people saying the Bengals gonna win the Super Bowl again. Dallas beat them with a backup quarterback, sir. You understand? Y'all better put some respect on our boy name. Know what I'm saying? One thing, it seems like a lot of people be either overly confident or they be sleeping on their team. I'm more one of the people that be probably in the middle or a little closer to confident because I understand the talent my team has as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people who be afraid of every team and act like they don't see what we have. We have a great team, y'all. We do. The only thing I can see you being afraid of with the Cowboys is like the old superstition type stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what our old tendencies, like we'll lose in the playoffs and lose in big games and stuff like that. The old tendencies. But every year is a new year. So you got to let that hurt go, y'all. You got to let that little hurt go. Know what I'm saying? How we going to get over it? You got to let that little hurt go. This is a whole new year. Yeah, we breaking generational curses this year. That's the only way I can see somebody being pessimistic. Because you afraid from what history tells you. Just recent history. You know what I'm saying? T Smooth says, yeah, it's the weather changing back and forth, drinking that alkaline water. Oh, yeah, I need some of that alkaline. I got some of that in the room too. I need to go get a big cup of that before I go to work. But man, it's kicking my behind though, y'all. I'm fighting for y'all though. You know how we do it in the trap. We in the trap, yeah. We in the trap, yeah. You know how we do it. But yeah, man, I'm ready to see what Kelvin Joseph do, and I think he gonna step up. Like, I said this on Instagram, like, man, y'all gotta realize Kelvin Joseph has a combined 25 targets in his career. Think about that. Is that fair to judge him? Not fair to judge him. Is that fair to bury him already? Think about that. Say, for instance, if that was you. You played 25, you got 25 targets while you been on the field. And people saying you a bust and you trash. I don't think that's fair, y'all. Like, let's be real. Like, I don't think that's a fair assumption to make. Give a man a little time, let him prove to us if he's trash. Before you just say, hey man, he trash, y'all. Know what I'm saying? You can't just say he trash off the bat. This man got a combined 25 targets in his career. To me, that sounds like a player who basically a rookie. He's very inexperienced. He hasn't earned enough to say he's terrible. If at the very least he's unknown, he's definitely not. You can't say either way. He's good or bad. You got to say he's in the unknown category right now. John Evans says, Can you imagine if we still had Amari Cooper? This offense would be totally unstoppable. If we can slowly work James Washington into this thing, it'll be close to that. I think so too. He said, amen to the Bengals coming. Yeah, the Bengals balling out. Them boys 8-4, ain't it? People saying they might go to the Super Bowl, and we beat them boys with a backup quarterback. That says a lot about your team. Kai says KJ always getting put in the cold. He needs consistent starter reps during practice and game. Yeah, like get his, at least, like I said, we've been patient with Anthony Brown. We've been patient with LVE. We've been patient with a lot of people now. So you can't just say you finna throw KJ under the bus and y'all been patient with other people for years. You know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense. Like, where's the logic in that? That doesn't make logical sense. Now, you could be lower on KJ and just say, okay, I don't believe in him, but we gonna see what he do. That'll be fair. Because with 25 targets in your whole career, you are unknown, sir. Nobody knows what you're gonna do. Everything from this point on, everything from this moment back was all like, you know what I'm saying, assumptions. We don't know what you're going to do. Now we get to actually see it. I can't wait to see what he going to do with some full reps and some safety help over the top. I think he finna lock something up now. Real talk. I think he finna lock something up. See, just imagine if Kevin Joseph was your son and he played 25 passing snaps, coverage snaps. You'll be pissed off if people was on here talking about, man, he trash. You'll be like, what? He only got targeted 25 times, bro. How is he sorry? Know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't develop as quick as other people. Like, Bland looking like an anomaly now. Yeah, I trust McClay too, Jeffrey Smith. I trust my boy. Shout out to Miss Jessica in the building. I think my defense finna show up again. Well, the Texans are terrible, but this is a good confidence building game for Kevin Joseph. This is a good game to get his feet wet, get the butterflies out. That's why I said give him at least 2 games. Give him 2 games, and then we'll be able to reevaluate how we feel about Kevin Joseph. I think that's only fair. Yeah, Miss Jessica, like, you can't give him that right now. You can't say he bad already. He ain't did nothing. Know what I'm saying? This the same thing about Jalen Tolbert. He ain't got to do nothing, so how you gonna say he bad? It's a lot of things that can keep a player off the field other than just his ability. Know what I'm saying? Jalen Tolbert, he could be raw. For all we know. We just know that he came into a situation where it was a super complex scheme that, you know, he might not be able to figure out. That's all that means. And then it'll be like a bad pick if he can't never get it together. Now, if it takes time, like next year, Jalen Tolbert might be a beast right now. Like, who knows? Next year, Jalen Tolbert might shut up everybody and ball out. You can't give up on players so soon. You know what I'm saying? You just can't, especially not after 1 year. You know what I'm saying? You can't give up on players that soon. Chata said, Nation Wright and Kevin Joseph are not bad. They are bad. They badly play. Yeah. Nation had a rougher preseason, but them boys inexperienced. That's all it is. Like, they inexperienced. Like, it'll take some consistent reps for us to say that they just terrible. We put up with Anthony Brown all this time. You know what I'm saying? Who are we to say these boys is trash and we sat up here and put up with Anthony Brown for 6 years? Come on now. Let's be fair. If we gonna be crazy, at least be crazy consistently, all around. If we gonna be biased, if we gonna be fair to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Give that boy 2 games. Give Kevin Joseph 2 games, and then we'll reevaluate this. Give James Washington 3 games. People low on James Washington. They ain't even seen him play. I know Ultra Cowboy finna say something, cause he be on Jalen Tobe. I'm surprised you ain't cussed me out, Christian Cowboy Christian. He says, as a veteran, I love Micah for standing up for the veterans. Just brought 4 more Micah jerseys. Hey, I feel you, man. Like, when you be vocal in the media, you gonna piss off people and you gonna satisfy people, you know. It is what it is. It's a risky business when you talking on Twitter. Like, you know, Twitter is crazy. Chata says, all the players that we call terrible, like Awuzie, never played on the Queen. Straight up, Awuzie went over there and balled out. But in Dallas, he was terrible. We said he was trash. See, when people be so quick to call a player trash, it seems to me that they don't understand the concept of real football. You know what I'm saying? Because coaching is very vital. You know what I'm saying? Coaching is vital. Like, from all I seen from throughout Chidobe Awuzie whole career with Dallas, he was very, very sticky. Can't nobody deny that. He just let the ball get over his head. It was every time they caught the ball over Chidobe Awuzie, Cheeto, it was a great catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Like, if you a real Cowboy fan, you remember them games. It always used to be like, man, Cheeto was right there. Like, all that is a little tweak in his technique. Dan Quinn probably could have had this man a beast. Then Cheeto been one of the top cornerbacks in the league. So now, when you think about that, you got to realize a lot of Cowboy fans be too impatient, and they just blurt out things about players way too quick, in my opinion. Like, get a young player some time to develop, and then see. You know what I'm saying? Give him a little time. Yeah, there he go. Daily reminder, Jalen Tobe with his booty. I knew he was coming with that. I wouldn't say that, sir. It's way too early. Way too early. He been saying that for about 2 weeks now. But it's way too early to say that, man. It's way too early. But, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. It was a rough one right here. This was probably the roughest show I done had. I had an allergy attack in the middle of the show. That's crazy. This was my flu game. But I appreciate everybody pulling up, coming through, stopping by in the Trinidad. Please like and share the content, man. I appreciate it. It goes a long way. That what helps me continue to do this. If you enjoy me doing this, man, the way you can show it to me is please drop a like or a share or comment or anything like that, man. It goes a long way. What I say, charge your card. What I said, hit a like for the squad. It will not charge a card. That's one of my mottos, man. It's free, I promise you. It won't charge a card. But y'all have a good Friday. Enjoy yourself, man. You know how we do. And I told them we the greatest. Let's get it. Yeah. Thanks for pulling up, coming through, stopping by. Please hit that like button before you leave the building. Let's go.
And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your
made it
mind.
through,
And
y'all.
every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in they house,
That's
they probably
real,
got
Pablo.
my pics in the shrine. Damn, I never never let
That's a lot of money.
play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD.
Let's
I know
go.
my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble stuff ain't for me, Lord. Help me with my
Shout out to everybody
egotistical
rocking
ways,
with
but
your boy
I'm
in the
amazed
bed.
how they display such miserable hate. I
Let's
never
get it.
paid attention to what
Let's
most
be great.
to say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They
Yeah.
wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the phoenix. Show these people I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals. Doubters till you make it. Show 'em all you the greatest. I'm the great young boy, got flows flowing, it's mind blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, that's fair warning. For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy it, that's what the fans
Let's
want it.
go.
The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping.
Yeah.
I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet. Cause the pics I'm cropping be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue. So I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal.
Let's
These
go.
niggas ain't half as cool, I got different levels to tap into.
Yeah.
I am the truth. You should know that I kill it. These are
DC4,
God level
yeah.
lyrics. I should be on Mount Olympus.
They know we
my
the
music
greatest.
therapeutic to the real spirit. Like
Yeah.
it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody with me. I'm the great. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat. I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah. I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals. Let the doubters see you make it and show 'em all you the greatest. I'm the greatest.
That has been my time. You know, I go by Landlord from Alabama. Your plug for everything about America's team. Come holler at your boy, man. And like I say, 1K, one love.